Kimani. I'm a mother of 3 boys, married to George Likimani, and my firstborn is 23 years old, and my secondborn just completed his course in a technical institute. And now we have Manasseh, my lastborn. Manasseh, being our lastborn, he was born 11 years ago. After 4 years, he joined his nursery school, up to 7 years when he reached class 2. Then we started noticing something was really wrong with him, because anytime he walks, he could fall. And when he was feeding, he didn't like to feed himself. So most of the time, I was feeding him. So I was like, maybe because you are the lastborn, anyway, let me feed you. So I didn't know it was a problem. At the age of 7, that is when I realized that there was something amiss, because he could not climb the school van. So I started lifting him and dropping him, and I was like, what is wrong with him? So in April of 2017, we decided to take him to hospital for checkup, if there is anything wrong. I thought he had a problem with his vision. I didn't realize there was anything wrong. So we took him to Kijabe Hospital, and we were with his father, and the doctor told us, I don't have good news for you. And I was like, why? Because he just told him, sit, stand. He could sit well, yes, but standing, he could struggle to stand. So the doctor told us, your son is developing a condition. And this condition is one of the rarest conditions, and a condition that has no cure. He just told us, at the age of 8 or 9 years, this boy will be confined in a wheelchair. I tell you, I don't know what I did. I lost my breath. I could not talk. And then he told us, maybe I could get you a counselor. And I told him, no, I don't need a counselor now. Let me just go home. So I was so desperate. I was so discouraged. I was so down. I didn't know what to do. And I was like, now, maybe I'm going to lose my son. Maybe he's going to die now that this thing cannot be treated anywhere in the world. What am I going to do? Imagining now that after 1 year or 2 years, this boy will not walk. You try to picture him in a wheelchair. And he's still walking, but now that picture is coming into your mind that now he's going to be in a wheelchair after such and such a time. That thought itself broke my heart, broke my flesh, broke my every part of the body. I was really worn out. I started preparing for a funeral because of that depression. I didn't know I was in a depression. I went and bought about 100 plates, these big sufrias, and I thought now, because this thing is not going to be treatable, then maybe he's going to die, so let me prepare. Just in case it happens, I have everything, and I did so. At the age of 9 years, he sat on that chair one Saturday, and he told me, Mom, do you know I can't stand? And I was like, what? Yes, Mom, I cannot stand up. And that is how it started. Just like that. So we had to get him a wheelchair. After the introduction of the wheelchair, we could not take him to school because most of the schools around, they cannot, they did not have ramps. So he could not use a wheelchair in school. So we started homeschooling him. For him accepting, it was really hard. But during that time now, we were told how to manage this condition. We have to take him for physiotherapy. It's only managed through physiotherapy. He used to go for physiotherapy, hydrotherapy, and he came to understand himself. He came to accept himself after meeting with others who have the same condition. He sleeps late at around 11 at night, and wakes up late at around 10. So when he wakes up, he's brought here. He has a special table, that one over there. And then he sits here, he watches television, and also do his assignments if he has. And he loves drawing. He draws a lot. And then from there, at around maybe after lunch, he walks out. Yeah, you can see what we have done in our compound to make him move out freely. So he goes out, and then he can even go to his grandmother with his wheelchair. DMD, I can say it's a very expensive condition, because everything about a DMD boy is special. Starting from the wheelchair, very expensive. We have an automated wheelchair. He has a mobile toilet, so that whenever he feels like he wants to help himself, we can move the toilet. Even bathing him in the bathroom, we have a special seat so that it doesn't slide in the bathroom. I don't know what my sister-in-law did, and I want to appreciate her so much. She came here with my uncle called Collins. They brought me some money to buy a hoist of 100,000, let me say so. I want to appreciate them so much. When he sees others riding their bikes and he could not, it made him feel bad. There was a time that he tried even to commit suicide because he didn't want to see others playing and he could not play. But after that, we just encouraged him. And we thank God that it's over. He's now strong.